Hello and welcome to my instructions on how to log in to your NSD131.org email and how to set up an email to send to me. I will say, please bear with me on this recording because one, this is my first time doing it, and two, I have recorded almost 100 of these, it feels like. So if it seems a little rehearsed or if it seems a little out of the blue, it's because I have tried to record this so many times that this might be the last one because I'm just going to throw it in there and call it good. So we'll see what happens. I have had a couple of technical difficulties where I've had to restart, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But as we all know, technology is very faulty. It is very reliable nowadays, but you should always back things up and double check everything to make sure it's working. So, welcome to this journey that we're all going to have here. What we are going to start off with is we're going to go ahead and we're going to want to find a internet browser to browse the internet with. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? So for me, I'm going to use Google Chrome. But there is also Firefox, there's Internet Explorer, there's other browsers that you can use, but Google Chrome is my favorite. So you're going to go over to Google Chrome and you're going to double click it, right? So it pulls up the home screen for your browser. Mine's Google because knowledge is power. So I thought that was a cool, little insert there, but I realized it was probably pretty cheesy. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go up to this address bar right up here and see that it's empty, right? Sometimes it won't be, so you need to click on it, make sure that it's highlighted blue or just highlighted in general, and make sure that you press that backspace so there's nothing there. We're going to go ahead and put in our nsd131.org. You can either click on the very top one, which should say Nampa School District, or you can press the Enter key, which is on your keyboard. Either one works. So it is going to bring you up to the Nampa School District homepage. It's very pretty. I love the colors that they use. You're going to go ahead and you're going to go down to this quick links little area right here. You're going to click on the Office 365. It doesn't say email, so it's kind of confusing. But as long as you are looking for that box, right? Boxes are a huge theme in computers. You're going to go ahead and click on that Office 365. It should pull up a page similar to this. Can't guarantee that it looks exactly like this, but it will look similar. It's all going to have the same components, and that's all that really matters, right? So obviously you're not going to pick an account because this is your first time logging into your school email. Obviously I have a lot of them, so I am well versed. So it should say sign in. Like that's specifically what it should say. Kind of what a sign-in sheet looks like, especially for emails. It's going to say sign in. It's going to have a box for your email, which is your username basically, and then it's going to have a box for your password. So even if it doesn't have this kind of layout where it has you, it'll have you put in your email first and then put in your password, it's still going to have those two boxes for you to fill in what you have for your username and password, right? So for me, I'm going to give just kind of an example, right? So I'm not going to put in my email just yet, but for this box right here, you're going to put in your username, which is your student number, which is your 131 number, right? So you're going to put in 131, blah, 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 the rest of your number, right? Then you're going to go ahead and put @NSD131. So to get the @ symbol, you're going to press Shift and the number 2 key, right? So you want to press Shift so you get those symbols at the very top of your numbers. So you're going to get the @ symbol because it's at a domain so we can find our email, right? So it's going to go 131 at nsd131.org, right? You have to put in the at nsd131.org because if you don't, then it's not going to know if it's at Gmail, at Yahoo, like, oh my gosh, what kind of email you're trying to sign into. So this way, the computer knows, Microsoft knows, right? Everybody knows. There is also a theme of there being a lot of 131 numbers because fun fact, there is another school district out there. It's like North Shore District. So it's NSD. And instead of us being NSD, they're just NSD. So we had to put our 131. So we knew if it was Nampa or North Shore. So fun fact for the day. Obviously, it's not very relevant, but that's why we put 131 and not just NSD because there's others out there. So you're going to go ahead and put in your at NSD, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So obviously, I'm not going to be able to sign in with that because it's not a legitimate email. So I'm going to go ahead and put my email in, which is heideman@nsd131.org. Okay, it should be on your instruction sheet, but just for future reference and just in case you needed to hear me say it for you, I have it right here, right? So that is my email. You're going to go ahead and click next, and you're going to go ahead and insert your password. So I'm just going to leave my password up because you don't need to know it, right? So it should give you a place to put in your password. If it's not this layout, right, remember it should just be box on top of the other. So it should say email, insert your password. Okay, it'll always have the sign in, email, password, login, all those buttons. Okay, so I put in my email, right, or it's already been put in for me, and you're going to go ahead and click sign in. Yes, I would like to stay signed in. Thank you. Okay, it should pull up this kind of a general Office 365 page, what kind of gives you a lot of options that is under your email, which if you didn't know, right, you can use these options as well now that you know how to log in. So some of you have actually used the word that's on your email. So it's kind of fun because it's not really attached to just a computer, but it's attached to your email. So you can literally access any of your files anywhere. So that's a really cool feature, right? So just like with your email, you can pull up your files as well. So on here, as you can see, it doesn't say email, mail, anything like that. What you're actually going to click on is over here where it says Outlook. Outlook is the technically like web provider that you're going to go into that will have all of your emails already. So you're going to go ahead and just click on Outlook there for me. It's going to pull up basically the same exact layout, right? So it'll have your folders, emails if you have any. And then if you click on one of them, it should show up in this general area where it says select an item to read, right? So I don't expect you to have many emails in there. If you do, go ahead and feel free to check on them. You just have to go over and click on them, right? But for writing a new email and sending it to somebody, right? So to me, essentially, you're going to go ahead and you're going to go up to this button up here that says new with the little plus sign with the circle around it. Pretty self-explanatory, but I mean, you have to know how to do it, right? So you're going to go ahead and just click right on that new button. It's going to pull up a new section to write your email in. It has to CC, add a subject, and then a place for you to actually write your email. So the to would be to me, right? So you'll put in the heideman at nsd131.org. Right? I have a really cute beach scene, sunset, right? So you'll know it's me based on the really cute picture. CC just means carbon copy. So that usually means that whoever you put in this next little box here, right, is going to just get a copy of the email. So you could do that. So if you're like sending your grandpa or grandma or grandparents or whoever an email and you want to send like a copy to your parents, you'll just put like your parents' email in there and they'll just get a copy for them to kind of look at too for like records and stuff like that. So once you have your to in there, which is me, Miss Anna, right? You're going to go ahead and put in your subject. Okay, the criteria is that you have to put in Thanksgiving break, right? If it has some other subject, or if it doesn't have a subject, I'm not going to know it's from you, and I'm not going to know it's for the typing challenge, right? And I most likely won't open it unless it says Thanksgiving break. Okay, and it's not going to be very fun, because then we're going to get back to class and you're going to be like, Miss Anna, did you see my email? I'm going to be like, if you didn't put the Thanksgiving break, then no, I didn't. And that's going to be on you and not me, right? So make sure you put Thanksgiving break. So once you have that subject line in there, you're going to go ahead and click in your main email box area. Okay, so for me, I already have my signature up. Okay, so it has my name on there. You're going to go ahead and put, your hello, my name is this. How's life? This is what I'm doing for my Thanksgiving break. Just write exactly what you did for Thanksgiving break. Write down what you ate, what you did. If you saw a movie, write just anything fun. Write it down. Practice your typing. You could tell me about what kind of fork you used. If you used a big one or a small one. And I would still find it interesting. As long as you're practicing your typing, that's really all that I care about. Even though your Thanksgiving break is very important to me too. Okay, so make sure you are practicing your typing. So after you have written out your whole entire email, at the very end, it should have your signature. Please put in your first name and your last name. Okay, so if you don't put your last name, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Make sure at least you have your first name. But also, please put your teacher's name or what grade you're in, so that way I know, who's whose, because I've noticed that there's a lot of repeating names, and so I don't want to think that, I don't want to think, oh yeah, this is so-and-so from 5th grade when it was really from somebody in 3rd grade, and I don't want to get it all mixed up. So make sure you have at least first name, and then put what grade you're in or whose teacher you're in or you have. But this is kind of my conclusion to getting into your NSD 131 email and starting up that starting email to be able to send to me. So here it is. If you have any questions, you know how to email me now. So feel free to email me about your questions if you didn't understand. But I really hope that you guys have a great Thanksgiving. If you do need extra help though too and you can't get a hold of me, ask your parents. I know, it's crazy, but they're actually really smart. Who knew? But they're definitely probably been sending emails up for a long time now. Emails are in, right? So see if they'll help you out. See if they'll kind of help you direct yourself, right? But parents are actually pretty smart and they can help you out in this situation. So feel free to email me. I'm so excited to see all of your guys' emails. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving break, and thank you so much for practicing your typing, especially if you're listening to this, right? I know that you're planning on it, so I'm already proud of you because you've taken that first step into it. So go ahead and get started. I'll leave you be, but this recording has gone on for too long, and I think that I want to cut it off so I don't have to record another one. So again, thank you. I will talk to you when you get back to school. Have a great Thanksgiving, and have a great rest of that break off from school. So, goodbye.